everyone, and welcome to Autzen Stadium, home of the Oregon Ducks and the House of Loud, a place where great teams go to die. There are certain games that get the juices flowing, and when you have number one versus number two, it'll send a shiver up your spine, as we'll see the number two team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the number one team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. The returner will field it and bring it back. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. So the Oregon Ducks return team will have that offense backed up. And when you have a quarterback like this guy, the entire offense feeds off of him, David.
Oh, everybody feeds off of his energy, and the whole playbook's open because you can trust on him. He's dependable, Palmer.
He's also one of those guys, if he gets in a good rhythm, watch out. This dude starts firing strikes.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
Went to the running game on first down, now second down. Looking for room, it's James. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. The Ducks trying to win the day by running for another first down.
Run the football. It's always been the staple. We can go back as far as you want with Oregon teams. The ones that were good, they were built on the running of the football, the physicalness. Run the ball, baby.
Use the play fake, now to throw. That's caught, it's Whittington. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Line getting set on second down. The give on the inside. At the 40, there he goes. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
The Ducks are flying down the field. Makes the catch. It's James. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Second down coming up. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got a man, it's Bell. He get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down. The Dogs have had a long history of scrappy and efficient quarterbacks. Add a little star power to it, and you've got something working.
You definitely get a little extra something. We see it all across college football. You find that dude at the quarterback spot, it takes you from good to great, and you've seen that with Georgia over the last several seasons.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Works the middle. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw. It's back. Fires to the right. And he got a hand in there. Knocks it away. Incomplete.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
That last incompletion leaves them with 2nd and 10 from the 21. Now the play fake. Throws toward the end zone. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sent it the other way.
I love when people start to understand what we're doing defensively. If they're going to pass the football and that's where they're going to live, well, I'm going to live in dime. I'm going to bring more defensive backs on the field so I can cover more of these speed guys that they have out there. Great job on the defensive back, breaking on the football, making the INT, making the DC look very smart.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. They're trying to get to him. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. The defense was in the dime package. They didn't have to send an extra rusher. The big fellas up front took care of that.
Yeah, and all dime means is I'm bringing an extra fast guy on the field and taking an extra fat guy off the field. But listen, the fat guys still get home. Isn't that beautiful? The big, athletic defensive line still does a great job getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
The Ducks will call on their punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
They'll snap it from the 39. 1st and 10. Looking downfield. It's Beck. Gets it out fast. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Lovett. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's dealt.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. He's looking to throw. He's got it and still on his feet. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7.
And, man, this quarterback is on fire this drive. They've run 5 plays offensively. He's thrown it all 5 times. He's 5 for 5, and now he has him down here on the goal line. Why not go 6 for 6 with a tutty?
Now on first and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The aerial assault continues. Touchdown Bulldogs! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown, and they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. Using the quick game. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
A quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
And now on second down for this offense. Dropping back, it's Gabriel. Dumps it to the back. Quickly complete. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Yeah, and you gotta love those matchups. When you get a running back matched up on somebody else, it's never going to be a cornerback. That's not going to happen. So finding a good matchup, getting that speed isolated, now I'm going to go attack and make some plays.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. They're going back to the ground. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. With the catch, it's Johnson. Knocked off his feet.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Off play action. Catch in the middle, it's Ferguson. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And when you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys could thread the needle from the pocket, make all the throws. This guy here reminds me a little bit of them.
From the gun, the ground game. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
Yeah, and that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it some more, and they run it fast. Every Oregon team always been built on that tempo and ground game.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Gabriel. They're bringing heat. Trying to get rid of it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Fires to the middle. It's caught. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And the Ducks trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the 2nd. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Ducks! Now that's the way to bail out the rest of the team. Start with bad field position, put together a drive anyway.
And very confident. You can see the quarterback just had a bit of a swagger race. He was like, look, all right, we're starting deep in our own end. Special teams didn't help us out, but we can fix that right now, fellas. And they went out and looked so good on that last drive.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and good. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Handoff from the gun. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. And the Dogs hunkering down to pick up a 1st down on the ground.
Yeah, and you can hear the sound of Larry Munson. Run the dang ball. That's what they've always built this program on, is running the football, physical running backs. That's what Georgia does.
They move the tight end all over. Pulls it and fires to the left. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land.
In defense, you have to have great eyes. You have to have good vision on the quarterback to be able to see it. You could tell he's throwing the football right now. Watch the defense react, come up, get the wide receiver on the ground. He goes nowhere.
It'll be a draw. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. To the air. It's back. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Man, and we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
Motion from the offense. They think they can create space here with a run to the right.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll run play action. Caught in the backfield, it's dealt. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Got him downfield. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Georgia!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. They're just about ready to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
That first down was rather unproductive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down from the 16. They'll go to the ground. Bulls his way forward. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets him out to the 25-yard line.
This running back just doesn't go down easy. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him and just, you know what, let his talent do the rest.
The back goes in motion. Scanning the field, it's Gabriel. Quickly complete.
And, you know, if you're the receiver there, you just want to know where the sticks are. Maybe extend your route a little bit more so that you know you get the first down after making the catch. 4th and short now. Let's see what they do.
The Ducks decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Really effective concept against the zone there, and it helps all the more, David, when you have a tight end that can get downfield.
No doubt. Take your tight end, put him in the slot, makes it easier, better matchup. Now he's got a good corner route. You can tell, sticks his foot in the ground, quarterback puts it up there. Know he's got zone, know he's got the big fella. He goes up, catches the football, makes the big game.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes second down. Grab behind the line. It's Bell. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force a negative play.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Back to pass, it's back. They'll run the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, it's third down. You're getting it to your back in the passing game to the perimeter. You're just hoping you can make a guy miss and use his athleticism and speed, but a way better job tackling that time defensively, now setting up for him.
Georgia sends out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. Using his legs, it's James. Couldn't find any way to get out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
They'll boot it away from their own 20 after taking the safety. Bringing it back, it's Bell. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Big play to start this drive, and they're already out at the 48. It's first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
That's an absolute strike right there. Giving me some Stetson Bennett vibes, some Aaron Murray vibes, even Matthew Stafford with the arm talent on that throw. I'll tell you, they can attack any spot of the field in the passing game because of this guy's talent.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. First and 10 from the 39. He's going to pass. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
Big first down sack for the defense. Brings up second down. Dropping back, it's back. Working that left side now. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Fires to the big fella. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
Quick completion on the out. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Aga trying to make this red zone trip pay off. On second down, he'll let it fly. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He's got his man across the middle. Defense knocks him down immediately after the catch, but now they're facing a goal-to-go situation from the 7. And the Dogs trying to cash it in on first and goal. Back to throw, it's Beck. He makes a grab. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage. And he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush. He didn't hurry. He took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
On second down, looking to throw. Grab near the marker is Etienne. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out, start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point extends the lead to 16. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. The kickoff team out there and ready to go.
Set to kick this one away.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. To the ground with the back. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking for a man, it's Gabriel. A strike downfield. There he goes to the right. Boy, he almost finished his half with a bang, and are they lucky to get him stopped? They're eager to head to that dressing room right now. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, a stirring start to things today in Eugene as we say hello from our broadcast studios. It's been a fun start to this one, and this offense has really been the story. They've opened up a sizable lead, and unless something drastic changes, things might get even more out of hand. A combination of lethal efficiency And that offensive line has been the key. They've mauled that defense and also just about broken their will. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in Autzen Stadium.
Looks as if we're set to crank it up here in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Shakes off the tackler. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Hands it off. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1. Georgia lining up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. And the returner goes down. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Got it in the middle. It's holding. He's loose. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Oregon! And once he got loose, it was all over.
This guy is so dangerous because of his speed. He can take the top off the defense, and he did it right there on the post. Great arm talent, getting the throw out in front of him. It didn't matter how many DBs they had deep on that one. I don't think they could have stopped him.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. To the air, it's Gabriel. Throws to the wideout. He's got it for the 2-point conversion, and now they're back to within 1 possession. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down.
That is a really good-looking throw. And you think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks at Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. But when you see throws like that, he makes you believe that he can step up and lead this team to yet another natty.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's got it again. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Catch in the middle, it's Bell. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Using his legs, it's Etienne. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Beck. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On third down, he drops to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And third and long, everybody is pinning their ears back and coming after the quarterback. You try to throw screens behind those. Sometimes they're very successful, but this time, defense played it great, and the play went nowhere.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. After the missed field goal, still an 8-point game, and guys, more importantly, still a 1-possession game. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
On second down, will they go back to the ground game? How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, oh, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Getting some heat. Makes the grab. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
That's caught. It's Johnson. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Inside 4 minutes to play here in the third. Looking to throw, it's Gabriel. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got it set up on the outside. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
And listen, that's not a surprise. Obviously, they want to throw the football on 3rd down to try to get a first down, but it got absolutely nowhere. Great job by the defense, rallying up and actually getting a tackle for a loss.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. To the air on 1st down. Got a man. It's Bell. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. The quick out. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
Ball spotted at the 21. It's 1st down. Looking for a crease. It's Etienne. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to pass. It's Beck. Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Smith. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They go to the ground. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing.
3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Looking to throw for it. Got it in the middle. It's Urasek. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
At the 41-yard line. 1st down for the offense.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Grabbed behind the line, it's Smith. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
A great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. Here's the handoff. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Looking to throw, it's back. Quickly complete. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Finds his man. It's Lovett. And he's brought down after a nice game.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball. And because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Snagged in the middle. It's dealt. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
The give to the back. Dragged down at the 6 after a pickup of 2. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they take it in for 6 more points. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team out there getting set. He'll bring it out. It's Whittington. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They'll leave it with him. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's holding. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point in the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Off play action on first down. Got his man downfield. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
The Ducks moving quickly to the line. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Grabbed over the middle. It's Johnson. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Off the play fake. Just a short pass to the tight end. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
And the Ducks with the 1st and 10. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. The Ducks will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ducks!
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And with the lead sitting at 9, they'll try to make it a 1-possession game. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So a drive there of 82 yards, and they finish it off with the score from the 4. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
They had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. They want that clock to run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And I think this is where coaches really earn their money late in games, right? It's in the 4th quarter. You got the lead. Do you want to stay conservative and run the football? Because I see the defenses, they start to get aggressive, and so sometimes you can take the other hand and take advantage of it.
Clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. Jukes his way for more. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Dropping back, it's Beck. Throws to the back. Firing to the right, complete. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. The Bulldogs are moving quickly down the field. On the run, it's Etienne. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. From the gun, to give, looking for room.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you've got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth, it's keep that clock running, it's ground game. So interesting now on this third down what they do next, but we got to keep that clock moving.
From the gun, running back gets to give. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down.